I missed that. Stand for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I call this meeting of the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board to order for November 17, 2014. Roll call, please.
Bernie Bassett.
Here.
Thomas Wood.
Here.
Martin Manick.
Here.
Michael Cash.
Here.
George Renadette.
Here.
James Coffey.
Here.
Rick Collins.
Resolution 360, approving the minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of November 6, 2014 be approved and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Have a motion. Mr. Wood, second.
Second.
Mr. Renadette, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Manick.
Yes.
Michael Cash.
Yes.
George Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 361, abstract.
Resolved that the abstract of audit claims number 11B-14, 2114 to 2201 for $139,092.48. An abstract 11B-14, 431 to 447 prepays in the amount of $979,113.34 be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisors hereby authorized to pay such.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Cashman, second.
Second.
Mr. Renadette, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Manick.
Yes.
Michael Cash.
Yes.
John Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution's carried. Resolution 362, Building Maintenance and Safety Committee Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Art Rowe, Building Maintenance Supervisor for the month of October 2014.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Renadette, second.
Second.
Mr. Mannix, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Manick.
Yes.
Michael Cash. George Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 363, Codes and Zoning Department Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Stephen Imhoff, Code Enforcement Officer for the month of October 2014.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Wood, second.
Second.
Mr. Cashman, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Manick.
Yes.
Michael Cash.
Yes.
George Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 364, Highway Superintendent's Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from James Wood, Superintendent of Highways for the month of October 2013.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Cashman, second.
Second.
Mr. Mannix, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Manick.
Yes.
Michael Cash.
Yes.
George Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 365, Parks and Recreation Department Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Melanie, the Recreation and Youth Director for the month of October 2014.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Cashman, second.
Second.
Mr. Wood, any discussion? One of the things I wanted to point out as I went through and read this, I highlighted the number of times that department noted they were working with Clinton County, other agencies, the city, Schuyler Falls, Beekmantown, Peru, regional conferences, a program with the local school districts, a countywide survey, bringing an intern in from SUNY Plattsburgh. That just caught my eye. We talk a lot about sharing services, regional thinking, collaboration. this report, and certainly in our highway and others, they could note the sharing of men and equipment and services, but especially in this one, I think it underscores that we do a significant amount of collaboration and sharing between departments and programs. Anything else? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Michael Cassidy.
Yes.
Troy Greenstein.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 366, Planning Department Monthly Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Phil Von Bargen, Planning and Engineering Department Head for the month of November 2014.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Wood, second.
Second.
Mr. Mannix, any discussion?
Yeah, it'll be nice for now have a deli besides the Dunkin' Donuts across the road. I'm really, my diet's going down the drain, I'm telling you.
Anything else? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Michael Cassidy.
Yes.
Troy Greenstein.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 367, Supervisor's Monthly Financial Report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a supervisor's financial report for the month of October 2014.
Before I go any farther, I'd like to know if this report is not accurate, and it's not the right report. I picked up on some things with it today. I spoke with our finance manager, and he agreed there was something wrong with it. It was too late in the day to get a response back from Harris, so I'd like to have a motion to table this, give us time to bring in the correct report, and then we can act on it next Monday.
So moved.
So to table, Mr. Cashman, do we have a second on that? Mr. Renadette, get a roll call vote to table the motion.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Michael Cassidy.
Yes.
Troy Greenstein.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, so resolution 367 will be tabled, we'll bring it back Monday. Resolution 368, tax receivers monthly report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Jackie Blue, tax receiver for the month for 2014 school tax.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Woods, second.
Second.
Mr. Mannix, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Michael Cassidy.
Yes.
Troy Greenstein.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 369, town clerk's monthly report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Rick Collins, town clerk for the month of October 2014.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Mannix, second.
Second.
Mr. Renadette. Any discussion? Rick, anything you want to point out?
The numbers have increased, so every month. And as you can see, the dog report too.
Rick, you do an annual summary at the end of the year, summary, is that correct?
Yep.
I just don't recall, maybe you do it. But I always like to see a couple of years prior, if we could have that, and we can get a sense of where things are going, what's growing, what isn't, what the needs are. We appreciate that, I'd appreciate that. Any other discussion or questions for Rick? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes.
Troy Greenstein.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 370, Water Wastewater Department's monthly report.
Resolved to receive and place on file a report from Scott Stoddard, Water and Wastewater Director for the month of October 2014.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Woods, second.
Second.
Mr. Cashman, any discussion?
Sounds like they've been pretty busy with the number of breaks and other things that have happened, leaking valves, et cetera. I think they've been out quite a bit and they're keeping on top of it, but it just points to the fact that we need to keep working on the infrastructure.
I'm also appreciative of him putting up the emails with the water notices so that we can agree to inform the public if we come across them, so.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes.
Troy Greenstein.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 371, New York Alert System for Report of Sewage Releases.
Whereas the Sewage Pollution Right to Know Act requires publicly owned treatment works and operators of public-owned sewer systems to report release of unrelated or partial treatment sewage to New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, the Clinton County and State Department of Health, adjoining municipalities and general public. Whereas to assist the requirements to report sewage release, DEC has worked with the New York State of Homeland Security and Emergency Services to notify a New York alert system accommodate both the requiring of sewage release by the POTWs and the POSSs, and official distribution of this information to be to the public provided the New York alert system at no cost, with no cost to the public to sign up and receive alerts for the New York alert system. Whereas Scott Stoddard, Water and Wastewater Director, has recommended that the town of Plattsburgh participate in the New York State alert system as a means to comply with the Spark incident reporting requirements. Therefore be resolved, the town of Plattsburgh Town Board does hereby support participation in the New York alert system and authorize the completion of the notifier application as well as the notifier agreement that has been made available by the DEC. And it will be further resolved that a copy of the agreement to be completed and submitted to DEC prior to December 1st, 2014 as indicated.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Cashman, second.
Second.
Mr. Renner, any discussion?
I just, go ahead, Tom.
No, your turn.
I just wanna encourage everybody, if you have a smartphone, if you haven't already downloaded the New York Alert System, it's a free app. It's very informative, sending out information almost as it happens with road closures, accidents, any kind of spills that might take place in Clinton County. This is a great app. I've used it several times just to find out that there's been a major accident somewhere, and helped me to reroute, to give away, so that the emergency service people can do their jobs.
I'll just say that, going along with that, if they have a key at the beginning with all 8 of these letters here, ECL, POTW, POSS, SPR, TK, so we know what they mean, or whether anybody else knows what they mean. They're on here, but
There
there's
should
quite a
be,
few of these.
they should be in the first whereas. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes.
Joe Brennan.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 372, completed assessment rolls for 2015.
Whereas the town board, town of Plattsburgh, has met at the time and was specified in the notice of public hearing to review the completed assessment roll for the ambulance, water, stormwater management, lighting, highway districts, and heard all persons desirous to be heard thereupon. Now therefore be resolved that the completed assessment roll be and hereby are adopted as the annual assessment roll for the town of Plattsburgh. And it be further resolved that the supervisor of the town of Plattsburgh shall prepare and certify duplicate copies of the assessment rolls for the benefit improvement adopted for section 116 and 202A subdivision 2 of the town law, and deliver one copy thereof to the Clinton County Board of Legislators. And it be further resolved that the finance manager also be given a copy of this resolution.
Motion.
So moved.
Mr. Manick, second.
Second.
Mr. Renadette. Any discussion?
Comment, just for point of information, when it was being read, sewer was left off, and the assessment rolls will, have been presented, they're completed, and then they have been presented to the County Board of Legislators for sewer district also.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Just make note there weren't any comments at the public hearings for these particular assessments.
You want to amend the resolution?
No.
You're making comments.
He's just commenting.
Okay. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes.
Joe Brennan.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 373, adoption of the 2015 budget.
Whereas the town board, town of Plattsburgh has met at the time and place specified in the notice of the public hearing to review the entirety of 2015 preliminary budget and heard all persons desirous to be heard. And thereupon now, therefore, be resolved that after the public hearing and meeting with the department heads, the preliminary budget was amended and hereby adopted as a final budget for the town of Plattsburgh for the fiscal year beginning the first day of January 2015, and that the budget as adopted be entered in detail in the minutes of the proceeding of the town board. And it is further resolved, the supervisor of the town of Plattsburgh shall prepare and certify in duplicate copies of the annual budget as adopted by the town board together with the assessment rolls for benefit of improvement adopting pursuant to section 116 and 202A subdivision 2 of the town law, and deliver one copy thereof to the Clinton County Board of Legislators. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Renadette, second.
Second.
Mr. Wood, any discussion?
I'd like to see that we've gotten in the habit of, as a directive, to make sure that this is placed online too, as this is our budget, so I'd like to actually see it as part of the resolution. That a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and also placed online for public viewing in its entirety, not just the overview, but the detailed budget.
And also placed online for the public to view, is that the language you'd like in there as well? or
Sure.
is-
Well, it's if we put it on our website, man.
Yeah.
If it can be, according to the ITT.
It can.
Oh, it can be,
We did that with the preliminary.
yeah, the other ones have, I just think, to be uniform to what we've been doing.
And that would have been done, but it's good to have it there and it assures it will be done. Is that acceptable to you, Mr. Renadette?
Yes, no
Mr.
problem.
Wood? Yes. As amended, any other discussion? Then we'll entertain a roll call as amended.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Manick,
Yes.
Michael Flannery, Gerard Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 374, 3% site plan return deposit for Agimo Site Plan 2011.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved all requirements of AMJO Site Plan 2011. Whereas AMJO Site Plan 2011 has on file with the town of Plattsburgh a 3% deposit for construction of their project in the original amount of $291.21 plus accrued interest. And whereas the planning department has coordinated all inspections of said project and reports all requirements have been met and completed. Now therefore be resolved, the supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to release said amount of deposit and $291.21 plus accrued deposit to date. And it be further resolved that a certified copy of this be forwarded by the planning department secretary with the return deposit to Joe Hamdo.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Woods, second. Mr. Mannix, any discussion?
These are some of the ones that we're just trying to move out, that haven't been done.
Yes. Yes, this is a 2011.
And this is an ongoing project, right? We're still looking for,
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
yes.
Martin Manick,
Yes.
Michael Capson.
Yes.
Gerard Renadette.
Yes.
Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution's carried. That is the end of the agenda for this evening. If there are no further issues,
I just have one thing, if I could take a minute. This is a letter to Bernard Bass, supervisor and elected members of the Plattsburgh Town Board. Sirs, on November 4th of this year, the voters selected a candidate to fill the vacancy created in last year's indecisive election. Following that election, I spoke with you and the councilor-elect Meg LaFave, informing you of my willingness to step down from my appointment upon the completion of this year's budget. At that time, it was expressed to me that the appointment made was for the calendar year 2014, and as such, the appointment would stand. Ms. LaFave also expressed a desire to take office on the first of the year 2015 rather than earlier. I am submitting this as my official notice that I'm prepared to resign as an appointed member of this board so as to honor the decisions made in this fall's past election. I'm very appreciative of the trust bestowed upon me by the board to fill this position, And if all parties feel that the public's best interest would be served by me continuing in my present capacity, I will do so. However, if this board or Ms. Lefebvre would prefer that the wishes of the electorate be fulfilled, I will resign my appointment. Once again, let me express my deepest thanks for the opportunity to serve the people of the town of Plattsburgh this past year and offer my support and any assistance that I can bring to Plattsburgh's newest counselor and this board in the future.
Thank you.
Well, you can't do that. You can't do that, Jerry. You didn't inform us of your last meeting. What were you supposed to do? I mean, you know, you're taken by that.
I'm putting, it's, like I discussed with Bernie 2 weeks ago. I had told you before that depending on the outcome, you know, whatever had happened, that I would be willing to step down, because I'm only filling the position until somebody could have been chosen by the Board of Elections. That decision has been made. So again, I put it out there. It's the board's wish that I continue, and if it's Meg's wish that I stay in here, then I will. Otherwise, I'm prepared to resign. Because I know you told me that you can't kick me off. I don't know why, but. But
Well, Jerry, you've been on so
I
long,
did
it's
not-
very
I
difficult to
Haven't
kick
thought
off.
about that many times, but
I still have the God-given right to resign if need be, so.
yes, you do. I did a little bit of research, and it appears to me, at least what I read, that the appointment in the case, in a situation like this, where there was a vacancy, would hold through the year that the appointment was made, and not to the general election. I mean, I appreciate what you're saying, and we certainly entertained that a bit. And if you resign, we'd have no choice, but it does appear to also be something that the councilor-elect has agreed with to begin January 1 for a number of reasons. And I hope you'll continue to work with us through the end of the year. The other thing Jerry did, it's probably worth underscoring while we're on the topic, he agreed at that time, a little over a year ago, that he would not run for this position in the fall. And, you know, I don't know how you bind somebody to that, but, you know, we felt he was a man of his word, and he has been a man of his word right up to this particular statement. You've done a good job. You have a lot of history here, Jerry, and I look forward to working through the last meeting in December with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
But we will certainly have your letter on the record.
Oh, there's a number of committees you can be on. Just don't worry, we'll find something for you. The
Any-
planning, the zoning, you know.
Any other items? And if not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Cashman, second.
Second.
Mr. Renada, any discussion on that motion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Manning,
Yes.
Michael Cass,
Yes.
Carl Renza.
Yes.
Ernie Johnson.
Yes, we'll stand adjourned at 7:25. Drive careful.
Morning might be more appropriate tonight.
Tomorrow morning, boy, when it drops, it'll be rough out there. Oh, rough. Morning, man, I got rough.
Hey, guys. Night.
That's either one.
I'm looking at me. My name's Sam.
The king reigns.
I just don't wanna forget, I'll email you if you want me to. Cindy, Tom,